Ben ritrovati giovedì mattina su Florida New York Stock Exchange, in questo momento indici vicini alla parità, ancora comunque la tendenza è al ribasso, ma ne parliamo con il mio ospite qui su Florida, come vedete Derek Orth, che è Designated Market Maker per Brendan E. Cryan and Company. Derek, thank you so much for being with us again.
Thanks for having me.
So Derek, we are talking about, as usual, technical analysis. We have lost 1,800 for the S&P 500 again. Dow Jones is lower than 16,000. So technically, what happened?
Well, we're losing a little bit of momentum on the upside. We've had a little rally last Friday, and of course during this week we've had some pullbacks here, and just basically, I think we're just kind of digesting the moves that we had in prior weeks. Again, last time we talked about bullish divergence or bearish divergence actually with prices and oscillators, and RSI was kind of give us a signal in a couple of components. The transports I was looking at particular where RSI really wasn't confirming the upside moves over the last prior spikes that we had where we've just been channeling up, but the RSI highs have been lower with corresponding higher prices in the transports. So that was kind of signaling me some weakness in that sector, and we've had some pullbacks in there. S&P 500, kind of the same thing. And I think it's just the momentum, losing momentum on the upside. We're having a little bit of digestion here and pullback, and we're just trying to test back, check some lows where maybe support will be in place, and
Yeah, that's basically what we saw also for the last few days. For the last 10 days, we can say we had a very long stretch of losses. Then we had an excuse to bounce back after the job data, and now it seems that it's happening again. But what could be the next catalyst for a bounce back?
I think what we'll see is I think we need more for the catalyst side on an announcement basis. I don't know what's going to be coming out there that might give us that upside momentum. I think really
maybe the Federal Reserve next week.
Maybe, yeah, but I mean, I think still we need a little bit more price digestion. I mean, just by looking at the charts and kind of looking at where we're at, we are kind of acting a little better on the composite. We're holding 4,000 again. Ultimately, I like around 30, maybe for a flush out down to 39.80 in the composite. In the Dow, we're at 15,764 right now. We're talking. Last time we looked, we were looking at maybe that 15,710, 15,680 range, maybe as a back check, a back test to see what was resistance before we had that breakout above that zone. See if that acts as support on a throwback. I mean, it looks like that's what the Dow's trying to do. And again, volume's light, and that's good. I mean, we are down, but volume's kind of light. No volume's really picking up anywhere. So it's in check with the thesis that light volume pullbacks are a bullish indicator. But like I said, we're digesting the moves we had, and the S&P is 1778 right now. We're looking around 1780, 1770 in that. Transports 7,070 was the level we were looking at last time I talked. We're at 7,066 now, and that's actually bouncing. It's up 8 points as we speak.
So it's a long day.
It is, and I think that's what we're doing. I think we're just kind of churning and digesting the moves we had in these in the indices. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's something that's needed.
Yeah, and maybe it's also to get ready for the Santa Claus rally at the end of the year. A lot of the strategies are now estimating the S&P 500 closing the year much higher than the level that we saw. Probably all the records that we have hit, they will stay a record at the end of the year.
It's possible, especially if we have our pullbacks that we're looking at here and trying to get a little deeper. Get down to deeper levels, and maybe towards the end of the year we'll have that. Once we get to those spots and test those areas of support, they'll hold, and then we'll have that that rally towards the end of the year and get back maybe to the highs, maybe just under them. That's another thing we'll look at down next week, see where we're at, and we'll see if there are any catalysts that are going to say, hey, the market has more room to grow. But right now, in the shorter term, it just seems to be, we lost some momentum on the upside in the recent trend we've been in, and we're just consolidating the moves and just basically, zigzagging a little lower and back testing those breakout zones that we had and see if they act as support.
So for now, it's a consolidation with low volumes, so it's still a bullish sentiment.
Yeah, well, you don't want volumes to be spiking considerably high on a down 100-point day or 200-point day. That 1 or 2% move you want to see. You don't want to see volumes increasing, exploding the upside, because that would be something of significant interest, especially where volume has been relatively light over the past few years, and that might be a signal of maybe something is under a little something more severe is coming. But with the light volume we're seeing, it just looks like an orderly pullback right now in a bull market that we're spending.
So we'll see the last couple of weeks of the year what is in store.
Yeah, I think that's what we have to do.
Thank you very much, Dario, for being with us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me again.
E grazie a voi per l'attenzione e a domani.